Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I have a bit of a haul video for you all. And it's a massive book haul. I can't even show you how many books there are because I bought a lot over the last couple months from December. And I also have some more Bridgerton stuff because I'm obsessed with Bridgerton. I'm just getting into season 4. So without further ado, I'm gonna not do the Bridgerton stuff yet. I'm gonna wait till the very end. So I'm gonna save all of the Bridgerton stuff for the very end of the video. So if you guys, I don't know how to do timestamps yet. I'm still learning on how to do all this. So if you guys are interested in seeing all the books I have, you guys are more than welcome to hang around and see what I got, and then I'll get into the Bridgerton stuff. So, one of the first books I bought was a little after Christmas, and it's been one book I've been wanting to read for a few years now because I believe it came out in 2022, and it was only a hardback, and I'm not a big fan of hardback. It's not that I don't like it, but I definitely do prefer paperback because of my hands being so small. It makes it easier for me to hold paperbacks. So the first book I bought was I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I have been wanting to read this book since it came out, and our Walmart got it in paperback in November, I want to say. And I waited and waited and waited, then I'm like, by after Christmas, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get it, because this has been one book I've been wanting to read. I've been a big fan of Jeanette McCurdy since iCarly. I did watch Sam and Cat as well. And, yeah, I know the title may be way out there, but it's also been really intriguing for me, and I really want to read this, so it's going to be one book I'm definitely going to be reading this year. I just finished reading the Wicked books by Gregor Maguire. I thoroughly enjoyed those as well. One of the next books, I'm not going to go in any particular order because I did buy some books in person and then I bought a lot of them through Amazon. So I'm not going to go in any particular order. The next book I have is Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. I saw this, actually, we had a new bookshop open up where I live, and they had this, and I've been hearing a lot of good things about this book, and, I'm also a big historical person, and I love reading a lot of history, so I definitely will be checking out this, because I've been hearing many, many good reviews of this book, and, it has been on my bucket list of books to read, probably for a long while. And, so yeah, I picked it up. The next book I have is... Actually, this is the book I'm currently reading. I'm reading Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This is a first-time read of Wuthering Heights. Just with all the hype with the new film that came out, which I probably won't go and see. Just hearing a lot of the controversy about it. So I'm just gonna read the book and probably watch one of the older adaptations that have come out. But yes, I am currently reading Wuthering Heights. I bought this on Amazon. And, I'm on what chapter am I on? I am on chapter 7 so far in the book. And I have to say, I absolutely love this cover. The next book I have is The Tenant of Wildfield Hall by Anne Bronte. Want to double check on that. This was also purchased from Amazon as well. I've been wanting to get really big into classic literature ever since I saw Anne Juliet, and I'm not joking. It has made me want to read a lot more works that have come out in around 1800s, 1700s. So I definitely am glad to be getting into a lot of literature books and classics. And super excited to actually be reading some of the Bronte sisters books. But yeah, this is the cover of it for The Tenant of Wildfield Hall. And then, of course, we have the last Bronte sister here, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I did not realize how thick this book was. But I've also been recommended this book so many times. So yeah, this is another book I did purchase through Amazon as well. But yeah, I definitely now have one book of each Bronte sister, and if you guys have any more book recommendations that are classic, please comment them down below, because I am very, very wanting to read as much literature as I possibly can, and a lot more older literature as well. These are basically all my literature books I've bought that were I bought over the course of a couple months. The next one is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I bought this one actually at the same bookstore as I got the Anne Frank book. I saw this and I was like, you know what? I've also been recommended this book as well, and I might read it actually after Wuthering Heights. I'm debating. So it will be kind of where I see where I'm at. But I'm definitely going to try and read as many books as I can this year. That is one of my New Year's resolutions. And so glad I was able to find a copy of this book. Next up, I have a few Jane Austen books. I know she is very popular. I have Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, also purchased from Amazon. A lot of these books were purchased from Amazon. But yes, I have Sense and Sensibility. I apologize for saying a lot. I'm just trying to. It's late filming this, and my brain is not functioning. But I have been wanting to read Jane Austen for a few years now, and I didn't know where to start. I have 2 more of her books, as well in this haul. Sense and Sensibility is one of the books. I have seen the movie as well. That's on Netflix. So I have that one. I also have Emma by Jane Austen as well, which I know these are probably more of her popular books. Also purchased from Amazon, and definitely do love the Penguin Classics covers. So yeah, I'm definitely very intrigued to read Jane Austen. And then, of course, we have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, probably the most infamous book by her. Yes, this is a hardback book, and I love the cover of this, and then like the back. But I also love like the pager. I don't know the exact what you would call this, but I love that. So I definitely, hopefully, this might be a good summer read, actually, I think. Yeah, this is definitely going to be read. One of the first books I ever read that was actually literature was The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And I will be rereading that book because I am actually seeing the musical of that this year in the summer. And then I also bought this one the same day I bought Little Women, To Kill a Mockingbird. And I know a lot of people in high school read this. I never did. In high school, I never really read this. We did like Romeo and Juliet, Jekyll and Hyde. Those stories. We never did To Kill a Mockingbird, so this will be a very much first time read for this book. And then next we have a lot of Bridgerton. So stuff. I'm going to start off with some of the non-book items. First, because it just seems right to start off with the non-items. So the first thing that I have is Dove came out with a collection of Bridgerton scents. And here in Canada, we only got 2 of the scents. We have Whispering Wisteria and Moonlit Masquerade. I have the deodorant for it. I did buy extra as well, because knowing myself, I am obsessed with these scents. They smell absolutely amazing. So my brother actually picked me up some as well, because I couldn't find it when it first came out. And he found it at the Real Canadian Superstore, which is one of the locations. So he picked me up a set of deodorant and also a set of the body wash. So yeah, like, the packaging of the Bridgerton Dove collection is so stunning. The body washes as well, the same scents, Whispering Wisteria and Moonlit Masquerade. The colors and the packaging on these. Because when it came out, I actually have found it in my local grocery store. So I picked up myself a set of body washes as well as one set of deodorant. And then, of course, we have the body scrubs, which this is the first time I've bought a body scrub. And I love it. The scent of Whispering Wisteria. Oh. Smells absolutely amazing. And I have used this, and it was, oh. No words to describe how incredible the smell is. And how, as well, the packaging again. And I also picked up I also picked up Moonlit Masquerade. And then, of course, I did buy a second set because, knowing myself, I will be using these. Not very often, but I will be using these when I do special nights in having a bath or something like that, because I found a lot of my bath bombs since I've moved. And some of the bath bombs I have are extremely old, so I'm trying to get rid of those. So every once in a while, I'll treat myself to something like a nice little bath. And then, of course, Nivea came out with some lip balms for each season. So we have, for the first season, the first one we have is Daphne and Simon, and their scent is rose meringue. So that is, I have tried these. I have opened these up really easily so that I don't ruin the packaging, because the packaging is so gorgeous. Can we talk about how incredible this artwork is? Yeah, there's Simon and Daphne. Next up, we have Anthony and Kate, and their scent is Blackberry Pie. These are only available on Amazon here in Canada. And it was kind of a hit and miss when they first came out on Amazon. Like, I ordered these 2, came together in a package on a completely different date. But yeah, I got Kate and Anthony's, and I have to say season 2 is by far my favorite season. But I also love Penelope and Colin. All of the seasons are good, though. And then we have Penelope and Colin's, which is peach tea flavor. And the packaging, beautiful orange. Like, gorgeous. And they actually smell really good. And, like, each of them have, like, their own little thing on top. We have little Lady Whistledown for Penelope and Colin. For Anthony and Kate, we have a bee. And then for Simon and Daphne, there's a diamond on their lip balm. And then the first one I ever got was Benedict and Sophie from season 4. And their scent is Vanilla Biscuit. And on their little, like, image is a mask, because it's a masquerade ball. So that is all the non-book related items. So that's the first half of the Bridgerton stuff. And now into the books of Julia Quinn and Bridgerton, because I have a lot. And there's no order with these as well. One of the first ones I have here is I got the ending book for the original series, which is Happily Ever After. And actually, funny fact, I ordered this book a while back ago. Did not realize it was a used book on Amazon, and it came absolutely destroyed. It looked like it had been through a war zone. And I don't mind used books, but when I bought this used book, it was so bad, I actually had to return it. And then I waited, and then I saw that they actually had it in paperback form. I grabbed this, and I do have all 8 books, and it is my goal to read all 8 books before the next season comes out, which will be probably next year, I'm gonna guess. Season 5, which I'm gonna say is at least the season. And then, of course, I have the further observation of Lady Whistledown, which is the first book. I do have the second book on my Bridgerton shelf. I didn't have the first book, so I ordered it because it was one I was missing. There were some I do have that I didn't have. I had one book and then I didn't have like the other ones in the set. So this was one. I had the second book, but I didn't have the first book in the set. Next one is one of the series that I got yesterday, actually, which is this trilogy, the Belstoke series, and book 1 is The Secret Diaries of Miss Miranda Cheever. I got these, actually, I came home from a show yesterday at the theater. I saw a friend of mine was actually in the show, and it was a really good show. And I came home and I found the packages on our front porch. So I was really happy to come home to that. The second book in the series is What Happened in London. And then the third book in the series is 10 Things I Love About You. I wanted to get all of Julia Quinn's books before reading the Bridgertons, because I know, and from what I've learned, some of them kind of intertwine with each other, so I want to make sure I had basically all the books, which I did not realize there's over 30 books. And then the next, I got these ones on Friday, and it is the true series of set of books. The Lady Most Likely and The Lady Most Willing. And these are mass market paperbacks. The next set I got is the two set of The Two Dukes in Wyndham. So I bought those through Amazon as well. A lot of these are bought from Amazon because our bookstore didn't have them. And then I also got the rest of the Smythe-Smith Quartet. I do have the second book. What is it with me and having only the second book and not the rest? But I ended up getting the rest of the Smythe-Smith Quartet. So we have Just Like Heaven, which is book 1. Book 3, which is The Sum of All Kisses. And then book 4, The Secret of Sir Richard Kenworthy. So that's the rest of that series done. And then, of course, we have the Ruxby series, which is the Bridgerton prequels. Book 1, Because of Miss Bridgerton. Book 2, The Girl with the Make-Believe Husband. 3, The Other Miss Bridgerton. And 4, First Comes Scandal. So that is, I am glad I got all of them. So now I can try to put them in order where they kind of intertwine with each other, because I don't know if there's any specific order that they need to go in. I did also pick up, and these actually came in yesterday as well, is the first ever set of books that Julia Quinn ever wrote, which was Splendid, which is the Blyden family. So you have Splendid, Dancing at Midnight, and Minx, this was her first set she ever wrote. And then I got, these actually also came in yesterday, another 2 set of books. Book 1 is Everything and the Moon, and then Brighter Than the Sun. And then these actually came on Friday as well, with the Lady Most Likely and the Lady Most Willing. I got, trying to Catch an Heiress, and How to Marry a Marquis. I want to make sure that I wasn't buying a used book, because I didn't want to run into the same situation as I did last time when these came brand new. And then I do have the Queen Charlotte book, which I've heard is best to read before going into the Bridgerton books. So I'll definitely be starting off with this book. I'm definitely going to be needing to watch Queen Charlotte. That is going to be my binge watch after I finish part 2 of Bridgerton, which I know comes out this week. And then I did get some of the tie-in covers for the Bridgerton books. An Offer from a Gentleman, which is Benedict and Sophie's story, which is the 3rd book in the series. So I picked up this actually from Chapters here in Canada. And then from Amazon, I picked up Romanticizing Mr. Bridgerton, which is Penelope and Colin season. And can I just say, this cover, I'm not usually a big fan of the TV show covers, not a lot, but I have to say, these have been absolutely stunning. So yeah, we got Penelope and Colin's book, which is season 4. And then also we have The Viscount Who Loved Me, which is Anthony and Kate's story. So that is every single book. I completely forgot I bought Inside Bridgerton, which is all behind the scenes as well. And this was probably really expensive, but I'm really glad I got this book. Kind of a nice, fun deep dive to get to know the insides of how Bridgerton was made. And, yeah, that is basically all the books I've bought. So now I'm basically now on a book buying ban. Until I get through some of my books. Because I have a lot now. And, yeah, I'm glad I was able to get a lot of the books that are in my collection. My collection now is growing so rapidly, and I'm actually really happy because I love reading. And definitely gonna be rereading Great Gatsby because I am seeing the musical in August, which I'm super stoked because I love the story of it. And I rewatched the film the other day, a couple weeks ago, and I had to say, being an adult and actually rewatching it, it's a different perspective. So hopefully the book will be a different perspective than I read in high school. I read it in high school on my own terms. I didn't read it in the class. But yes, that is that story of The Great Gatsby. So that is basically the entire haul. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you all in the next video.